The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi there. Welcome to our Scientific Forex Live webinar. My name is Christina. Our webinar for today is probably one of the most interesting among the webinars we've had in the past. As usual, please let me know if you can hear me. Type yes into the chat box on the webinar control panel that is at the right corner of your screen. Also, you can send me your questions by typing them into the chat box. And we'll have specific section to answer them. There are so many questions that come during the webinars, and I might miss your question due to the lack of time, or if I lose your question in the flood of questions that came up. But I'd really like to help, so if I miss your question, please make a post in the forum and I'll be happy to answer them. This session is recorded and will be posted in the members area for you to watch or download. The previous webinars are already available in the members area. Just click on the webinars tab. Remember, our team is available if you need any assistance. So just let us know and we'll do our best to assist you. Okay, so I think that we have no problem with sound. It's okay. So let's start. In the last webinar, we talked about the Elliott wave theory and made an analysis of the charts. This time we will talk about Fibonacci. Our topic today is very interesting. It's not just about mathematics. There's a mysterious part of Fibonacci which is very interesting. Also, Fibonacci has been around for a very long time. I know that many of you are not really familiar with what Fibonacci is all about, so I'm taking this time to explain its origins and its existence in different aspects of human life, aside from the mysterious things about it. These are quite interesting, and when I learned about this, I actually got to appreciate Fibonacci more. But we don't really need to go into much detail. Let's just keep an open mind. Then we'll move on to how it relates to us as traders and use it on the chart. So I hope that you have a cup of tea or coffee, sit back and relax, and let's all enjoy this webinar. To start with, let's first talk about the origins of Fibonacci. The Fibonacci sequence appears in Indian mathematics in connection with Sanskrit prosody. In the Sanskrit oral tradition, there was much emphasis on how long L syllables mixed with the short, and counting the different patterns of long and short within a given fixed length results in the Fibonacci numbers. The numbers of patterns that are M-short syllables long is the Fibonacci number, M plus 1, sorry. what means Sanskrit prosody, is versification in classical Sanskrit poetry. Also, probably some of you already know, mantra they use in meditation is a form of combination of light and heavy syllables in a unit of verse. The development of the Fibonacci sequence is attributed in part to Pingala in 2000 before Christ, later being associated with Virahanka, Gopala and Hamachadra. In the West, Fibonacci sequence first appears in the book Liber Abaci in 1202 by Leonardo of Pisa, known as Fibonacci, our friend. In mathematical terms, the sequence Fn of Fibonacci number is defined by the recurrence relation Fn equal Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2. So we have the sum of the first two numbers. The seed values are if F0 equal with 0 and F1 equal with 1. The next one will be 1 plus 1 equal 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and so on. The first numbers of Fibonacci are like those ones. The sequence can also be extended to negative index n using the rearranged recurrence relation. This is Fn minus 1 equal Fn minus Fn minus 1, which yields the sequence of nega Fibonacci numbers. Okay. With those Fibonacci numbers, we can go further to the golden ratio. And what is about this golden ratio? Jonas Kepler observed that the ratio of consecutive Fibonacci number converged to phi. So, if we divide the numbers of Fibonacci, at the end, all those numbers will converge to phi. What is phi? Is that one that you already know from the platform, 1.61803398887 and so on. And actually, this is the golden ratio, and this number is satisfying this equation. This first one is the one that is usually used by all mathematicians, and in the complex mathematics we can use that one. There are also some other mathematicians that made combination of Fibonacci numbers, and we can mention between those Catalan's identity, Cassini's identity, Odegan's identity. All those combination send us to the Einstein theory. And what is important for us is to know that Einstein used one combination of Fibonacci numbers when he started to construct his classical unified field theory. Following what is about this theory in a few words, I can tell you that following his research on general relativity, Einstein entered into a series of attempts to generalize his geometric theory of gravitation to include electromagnetism as another aspect of a single entity. Actually, Einstein dreams of unifying other laws of physics with gravity motivates modern quest for a theory of everything, and in particular the string theory, where geometrical fields emerge in unified quantum mechanical settings. One other theory that is related to those things, also one of Einstein theory, is wave-particle duality. That means wave-particle duality postulates that all particles exhibit both wave and particle properties. A central concept of quantum mechanics, this duality addresses the inability of classic concepts like particle and wave to fully describe the behavior of quantum scale objects. One other things that we use Golden ratio and Fibonacci numbers are the right triangles. So starting with 5, every second Fibonacci number is the length of the hypotenuse of a right triangle with integer sides. Of other words, the largest number in a Pythagorean triple. This was used a lot in pyramids and measuring the field and so on. Okay, those theories actually are based for some very common things that we find around us. Actually, I don't want it to make you a headache. Sorry for all that mathematical introduction. Just I want you to know that it's a dream in the scientific world to develop one pattern for what is around us. So Einstein proved that macrocosmos and microcosmos are alike, and his beliefs was that all that came from the fact that gravity and magnetism are working together and force things to be in same pattern. So let's talk about things that are alike, or maybe for this I will so maybe for this I will do my best to make a video with my team to see also images. So part of those images you can find in our video, starting with the red rose, and yes, all is about to love what is beauty around us. So this Fibonacci pattern, or combination of Fibonacci, you will find in many things like spiral of galaxy, spiral of storms, spiral of plants. The leaves grows on a branch or arms of a tree in a spiral, or spiral of DNA. It's about golden angle, that is 137.51 grade, and Fermat spiral. Also, we can find same arrangement in most petals of flowers. how those are arranged as position. Also in pineapple, in pine cone, in pineal gland, um, some more fruits and vegetables, and actually everything that we are around us, that are around us. Also, the numbers of petals and arms of tree seeds are just Fibonacci numbers. Fibonacci numbers also appear in the description of the reproduction of a population of ideal honeybees according to the following rules. If an egg is laid by an unmated female, it hatches a male or drone bee. If, however, an egg was fertilized by a male, it hatches a female. In one trace, the ancestry of any male bee, one bee, he has one parent, one bee, two grandparents, three great grandparents, five great grandparents, and so on. So those are Fibonacci number. It's the beginning of the sequence, if you remember. And not only. Honey rooms have a pentagon faced actually as pentaedra, and pentagon have the angle between his sides 137.51 degree. But not only honeybee family is growing like this, also rabbit is growing respecting Fibonacci number. Also human embryo is multiplying cell in this way. More than that, the beauty rule consists in respecting the golden ratio. A lot of painters look after respect the ratio because the human body is according this. Leonardo da Vinci explained that when he drew Vitruvian Man, and we can notice that the original manuscript is in possession of Bill Gates. Also not Leonardo da Vinci, but also other use that I remember now, Botticelli with Born of Venus, Salvatore Dali, and a lot of other painters. Architects also use that. We can mention Pentagon building. We can mention Vatican with streets and buildings, Acropolis that is respecting the golden ratio, and sure, pyramids. The group of pyramids from Giza have in their construction all elements of golden ratio and golden angle, but more than that, their position in field is same like the belt of Orion, the group of planets that are visible from any part of Earth, and the distance between them is in golden ratio. I hope to make one set of images so be more clear with my explanation, but probably now you can see that all scientists thought that Fibonacci is the key for happiness formula. That's why they try to apply on markets too. Even if the great economist wasn't able till now to make a mathematical model for financial behavior of human beings, Fibonacci works pretty well. This is the reason I trust so much in measuring with Fibon scale, the waves, and we can see from statistics that those levels work very well. Okay. Now we just will go into the market, and I will show you how to use that Fibonacci. So I hope that now it will make sense for everyone why Fibonacci is so important for the system. I will set one simple chart. Oh, we have some questions. Yes, we will have also a part of analysis. I will show the Fibonacci how we have to measure, and I want to talk about the pound that we talked in the last webinar. Yes, you can find a lot of information from Wikipedia for golden ratio, and also there are a lot of in Fibonacci level. Do you think that for each currency pair has a Fibon level? Yes, I think that each currency pair likes more some of Fibonacci levels. Actually, because it's one question, or all the currency follow the same golden ratio. Actually, it's preset in the platform those values 0, 38.2, and 61.8. So those levels will be used by all traders. Some of the levels that are coming from other combination of Fibonacci numbers or from some time series. Chris, can you do a PDF of favorite Fibon levels which pair? Yes, I will try to do this. In previous webinar, we could see a balance of my account. Why is it is hidden? It's not hidden at all. It's just I want to have more space. But I didn't trade before in this period. I was just preparing. So you are welcome. Okay, so let's go to the Fibon. So we have the chart and we have the waves. To anticipate the movements into of a wave, we just have to follow the wave and put the Fibon levels, the Fibon scale. We have here, as we can see with the eye, one wave, second, third, fourth, fifth. So we can, if we want to, so here will be one wave. If we want to anticipate how big will be this one, we just have to put the Fibo. Okay. As you remember from the previous webinar, in the first one I was talking about the channels. In the second one, about the waves. So the idea is that we have to look for channels, after that for waves, and to anticipate the moves of the waves, we will just use the Fibo scale to measure it. And we can see that the pair just went to one Fibo level, 50. The color is okay. You can see on my screen. Okay, so when we put the Fibonacci, we just have to start from the point where the wave starts and to drag to the end of the wave. I will make it like this because after we see that the pair made one reverse and we have the next wave, we will put a new Fibonacci line and we will do the same. We will start from the beginning of the wave and we will have up to the end of the wave. So this was the way how the pair was evolved, and we can see that the next wave, this one, meet again one Fibonacci level. Okay, to make one anticipation for the next period, we will put the Fibonacci for the next wave. So here starts the wave, and here we have one reverse of the currency. Now we will look about the levels where the pair can stop. This could be one of those levels, 38.2, 41.4. As you know, sometimes the second wave is about 61 or bigger. But in this cycle, we have just 3 waves. So this will be the fourth, will be very small, and the pair have, a big chance to reverse at this level. As you remember from the previous webinar, the last waves are the weakest one in any cycle. And we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th pattern for impulse, and we are waiting for ABC move. So actually this is how is used the Fibonacci. Let's go into one Let's go into one other pair. I will do the same. I will load one template. Okay, I will make it smaller. This is 1 hour. We can go on daily or 4 hours. I think that 4 hours will be the best chart to make the analysis. So on this channel, on this pair, we will make the channel and it can be like this. I will multiply the trend line. And we will measure with Fibonacci each of those waves. If it is complicated for you to see the waves that are in cycles explained in Elliott wave theory, just simply apply zigzag onto chart and we will have the waves. So you can see very easy that there are some waves and for each of them we can apply Fibonacci. We will start with the how the waves start to be formed, and we will just put the Fibonacci. So in this case you see that zigzag made the last wave, last high and the last low. So we will apply Fibonacci on this one from the point where the wave started and up to the into the downside of the wave. Now we can see that here the pair is meeting one level where we have 50% Fibonacci and also the superior channel line. So here the pair will make one swing and we have to pay attention if this if the pair will gonna have one reversal or will broke this trend line. Also, one other way to use Fibonacci is to set the levels for stop loss and take profit. And I will show you how. So let's consider this wave. I put Fibonacci where the wave start and up to the point where the level, sorry, and I will the end in the point where the wave was finished. So probably this level is one of the Fibonacci level from this wave because pair probably touched that level and also was very close to the trend line, so he reversed. Let's check it. So what we can see, the pair touch 41.4 Fibonacci level and reverse was very close to this point. Trend line was plotted with those 2 points, those 2 heights that was in a previous period, and at this level the pair starts to reverse. Okay, in this point we have to check. In this point we have to check for signals that we have on oscillator, and if we have a cross of RSI. So if it's happening to have something like this, we will go into one trade and we will have the stop loss somewhere in this area. Sorry. So the stop loss will be before the 50 level of Fibonacci that was in the previous wave in this area, a little bit over the channel, over the trend channel, and the target will be one of the Fibo levels. So here will be the stop loss. And on the second Fibonacci, I will make into another color. In the blue Fibonacci, we will look for one level for this pair. It will be, we have here first wave, this is second. The third wave, we are expecting to be more than 100% from the second wave. So this will be over 100. We can see that the pair went to 127 in this area, retraced up to 88.78 and went down to 161 level of Fibonacci. But anyway, we are waiting at least to this level the take profit. During this trade, so as soon as we have the entry from the signal from crossover RSI and oscillator of moving average, and during this trade we will look to put the stop loss lower. So what will be the risk reward ratio for this trade? About 15 pips here, or maybe we go depending on the signal. Let's say we can go into that high made by the pair. We have about 50 pips risk and reward about 100. I think that if we have the signal somewhere in this area, it will be a good trade. Okay. I will look for the question now because I want to be very clear this topic. Your FIBO looks different than mine. More levels with prices. Can I know how to make it? Okay, so you have in the platform just a few levels preset from the broker. So double click on FIBO and you open the tickets. Here you can add new levels. So I will add one level like 17, 0.17. Have no signification for FIBO. So I will put here 70. That will mean the percentage of FIBO. I will press to have some spaces and I will put percent dollar to have also the value at 70% from FIBO. And I will press OK. And in the chart I have this FIBO level, the new one. So here is the new FIBO level. If I want to delete one of the FIBO level, I will go here and I will look for that value, 70. And I will press delete, simple. And now it disappeared. How would you trade the last zigzag? I can clear the things from object from the chart, yes. So the last zigzag. Here we have the last zigzag. I will drag the FIBO like this. We have here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 waves. The fourth wave, this one, will be the weakest. And we are waiting for the fifth that will be also a weak wave. So the fourth wave will be something around this value close to the intersection of the channel with one FIBO level, probably this one. And I will look for the signal on 4-hour chart for a sell, because I'm expecting that the next wave will be the fifth one. Probably will have the same amplitude like this one, or will be smaller. And as soon as I have the signal on 4-hour, I will go to smaller time frames to look for signals. I will go to 1 hour or 30 minutes or 15 minutes to look for the best signal for entry into the trades for a sell. I will put also the stop loss somewhere in this area, maybe less than 61.8, and I will look for one, so here can be about 32 pips or more, depending when appear the signal on smaller time frame, and probably 90, 100 pips as target. Um, One question, Christina, why would you place your initial stop loss below or in front of the next higher FIBO? I thought it was safer to place it behind it. Actually, you see here the pair already crossed 50. So the next stop loss, the next target will be 61.8, but this will happen just if the pair will have a breakout here on the trend channel. We also need to see what is if we have the signals from RSI, from crossover RSIs and from oscillator of moving average. Somebody very happy. You are welcome, Miha. Why you put stop loss under FIBO level? Why bought just above? Actually, you can put higher, but I think that it's safer to put before 61.8. If we have a break of the channel here, for sure the pair will go at 61.8. We are on 4-hour chart, so the values will be quite significant. So from this point, we'll have about 30 pips, depending on lot size, and so can be some important values. And it's better to stop at that 61.8. If we have a breakout, the pair will go into one uptrend. And actually, it's better to cut the bad situation as soon as possible, because we can go into one other trade. So something like this. Jose, you consider any MA for sell signal in that if or lower? Um, no, actually it was one time, and I have a lot of averages on my chart, and I started from the small values to the big value, and all the time my chart was looking like a rainbow. But I think that this system with waves and Fibonacci is have more accuracy than that one with averages. And I don't need the averages because I don't know, maybe some of you can better see the signals from cross of simple moving averages or exponential averages. It's okay. The analysis is what is very important, and I prefer to have the analysis with less indicator. And this is why I have in a separate window the oscillator of moving average and crossover RSI. It's a choice. I don't know. Moose. Christina, can you show me how to draw a FIBO if the price is in a range? Um, yes, we had one pound on daily, if you remember, one range market. So here it was one range market on the pound. So for that type of market, I'm using the Fibonacci expansion. I am taking I'm making like this. I have those two arms of Fibonacci expansion into the lows, and uh, into the high I have the third point. And there are the levels where the pair will have the target. This is the first one, and after that we have the other one. If it was in different position, if we had this one, simple, we put those arms on into the last wave. So if the channel of the range was broke, the pair should go to one of the Fibonacci levels into downtrend. How do we know that the first low on leg 1 is in the bottom of leg 1? Actually, we have one, we have one ranging market. We don't know where the pair will go, if it will go up or down. If the channel is, we have a break into the channel, we have the possibility that the pair will go up. So it was that wave, and the second, also that one. We have here one false breakout, here the same. So for this, in this moment, the pair is into that ranging market. We don't know what is happening. Maybe we can find one from one political statement. Maybe it is one very important news. Maybe there are some changes and into Euro policy or so, and also the market is deciding the way. Remember this is daily. We need something very important. We have that ranking market because it was that indecision regarding Greece. Nobody knew how will be the haircuts, how they will deal with creditors, um, if the country default or not, and so on. So everyone was in expectation. Okay. Carlos, how do you avoid force breakout? Uh, it's happening. You can't avoid. Uh, in the forex market, you can't expect that the pair will touch exactly one point or another. Here, everyone announced that everything will be okay, and after that they went with the news that actually the Greeks are not meeting the condition. They downgraded the Greece. After 2 days they added uh, some grades to the range of Greece they are playing. So of course we're gonna be force breakout as long as the statements are different. It's happening. We can manage those force breakouts with stop loss. So if we see the signals for a sell here and I'm positive, sorry, if here we can see one signal for a buy and I'm positive that in this area it was one signal for a buy. We are on daily. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, so almost 1 week. I'm sure that in one of those days you should make some money, and your target should be that previous high. So you was not into one buy trade at the bottom of the channel, simply like this. Here we have a candlestick pattern for reverse. Probably here you consider your trade and probably you finished that one. If we are considering that candlestick price that was in this case, as long as the pair cross that level, we should consider that the pair went up and with same distance that we have between those bottoms. But I think that we will talk about those targets regarding the candlestick prices into one next webinar, because I'm intending to have one whole webinar about candlesticks, candlestick patterns and price patterns. In a ranking market, no, we can apply the Elliott wave theory with waves, with impulse and with ABC formation. The stop loss on 4-hour time frame will always be larger than that. Also, you have to adjust the money management for different time frames. If you are going on trades that are set into daily or 4-hour chart, you have one type of stop loss and one type of money management. If you are going for smaller time frames, you have a smaller risk but less accuracy, but you have more signals for trades. Yes, those levels 13, 41.4, 70.7, 88.6 are not usual. No, they are not usual. There are from some harmonic patterns that are well known, and this is why those levels are working. Um, the range can be considered as a retracement of the first wave. In the range market is considered one period of accumulation. If the currency is accumulating enough force to continue the impulse, we will have one uptrend. If not, we will see a downtrend. In daily, it's quite complicated to see this, but usually in 4-hour chart, and so we can see a lot of those type of formation, and we will talk about this. We have the flags, we have the triangles, all those types of candlestick, all those types of price patterns means one type of accumulation. Okay, so I think that we have to go now for the last part of our webinar. And actually, I will go to talk with you about GBP. I don't know how many of you was into webinar when I talk about, maybe you remember those that analysis for GBP, and I show you that are already formed some signals for one buy. So in that area we had the signal for buy. Here the crossover RSI, I mark it with a green line, and also I have the same thing in that chart. Just the trend line is different, but I think that you notice that are the same position. That one I will make it on this chart. I will go to one smaller time frame. So I am into this position. So here on 4-hour chart I have the signals here, the crossover RSI, and I have MACD prepared to go with the signal out from the histogram. I will go slowly with each candle. So when I'm moving from 1 hour, I will have 4 candles, and here just one candle. So what is happening here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have this signal for buy. Also here we have one signal for buy confirmed by MACD because the line is going out from histogram. I will move some more candles to see what is happening. Also, into 4-hour chart, we'll go with 1 or 2 candles. So I have the signal first into 1-hour chart, and after that it will be confirmed here. The price is moving slower, and the cross is the signal is confirmed slower into 4-hour chart. So in this case, probably into 1-hour chart we will have more signals. So let's see what is happening. The price went up and was close to the channel. Here, just a little bit from the signal. We have the next confirmation on MACD, and this is that when the histogram was prepared to go over zero value. So the problem was that into 1 hour we have here one signal for sell. If we are working on 4-hour chart and to 1-hour chart, this signal should be one signal. This signal on 1-hour chart should be one signal to go out from the trade. But we already have from this one up to this level about 50 pips. So can be a good value. The FIBO was put on the zigzag, on the last line of zigzag, and the target was about 23.6. This is the FIBO level that we have here. So if we are working just for 1 hour, we was out here and prepare for one other buy trade, because we have also this signal that is telling us that it's not a strong sell signal. Or we just can stay more into this trade. In this point, it was the sell signal was not confirmed, and also I told you that was not so strong because the MACD histogram was smaller and smaller, and also the MACD line was prepared to go over zero and go into the positive situation. So here, when into the next candle, when we can see that RSI 5 is still above the 14 RSI, we will try to look for one new entry for a buy. The next target will be something around the channel line. So I think that probably from this signal we can have about 32 pips. This was the value. And what was happening? The pair was rejected from the superior trend line and went down. Was the Bollinger Band was tightening, and that means that we didn't have too much volatility. The pair tests the inferior line of the ranking channel and retrace. What was happening? We have here the signal from MACD. Actually, this point is considered by many traders one signal for buy when the MACD is going from above to the upper side, from under 0 to over 0 is one signal for buy. And also we have here the signal for buy. The red one, I don't know if you remember, but the red one was the signal from daily. That was in a big distance before the buy trade. Let's see what was happening in 4-hour charts in the same period. So the trend line, the superior trend line of the channel was tested, and after that we have that signal here. Not so clear, but was this part with a lot of incertitude, and actually the pair reversed. So now we are at one level that will be test the previous high. Yeah. If the pair will cross those three, this line where was a previous high made. So we have one here, the second here. If the pair will go up, we have to look to one level on Fibo put on this way. So here the level that the pair was touching and retrace was about 61.8. And now if the pair will pass over 61.8, we will have target 100. We have here signals that the pair will continue his way into one uptrend. The Fibo extension tool is a standard on your MetaTrader. Honest, I don't know. But in the same way, you can add and delete values on it, and the values are same like in Fibonacci retracement. You just have to open the ticket and to put into the chart and modify, add or delete values. I cannot see the screen, see only the announcement. I think that is just you don't see the screen, I don't know. I think that everyone can see my chart. Are you seeing my charts? Please type it if you do. Okay, so, okay, that everyone is, okay, thank you. It's okay. So, I'm sorry that you don't see the charts, but I think that you will see the webinar because we are recording it. Okay, I think that I keep you too much with those things. If I miss any question, please let me know. As soon as we post the webinar, you can come with other question, and also we will look to answer to anything you need to know more about the topic. Also, Christy is looking after the question that I missed, and I'm sorry. And thank you. And I'm waiting you for the next webinar. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you and goodbye.